Okay, we are live. I don't need that pencil. All right. Well, I don't know how many people are going to join me here today. I'm starting maybe a minute early, but I just wanted to make sure that I had everything sorted with my technology, as I tend to have consistent technological challenges. um, I'm not sure why that is. It just is. Maybe it's my creative nature that seems to create challenges in relationship to my technical nature. I'm not sure, or the technical nature falls secondary to the whatever. I've never been the most organized person. My wife can attest to that, and sometimes I think this technological challenges are a byproduct of that lack of organization. However, it's working, we're going, things are moving here, so I hope you can hear me, and I hope that this is all working well. I'm just going to pretend like it is, and I'm not going to get stressed about it today. I'm just going to go ahead and start working. I was super... Sorry, I got a drink. Yeah. Okay, lovely. I put out a question to all of you folks on Twitter of Time and on my Instagram, asking you if you thought perhaps there might be a good fan cast for Scarlett Johansson. I've been doing this little series of portraits of superheroes as Wheel of Time characters. This is a print of Chadwick Boseman as Arthur Hawkwing, and this one I sold the original, which is super amazing. The day that I posted it on my Instagram and I guess Twitter specifically is where the purchaser connected to me through, and they asked me if I would sell them the original, which I was more than happy to do so. It's really cool for me to be able to sell an original painting, so that was really neat. Thanks to Matt from Bloody Cawthon on Matt Bloody Cawthon on Twitter. You're the man. Thank you so much. Anyways, I'm doing this series of portraits of superheroes from other superhero TV shows, movies, whatever, as potential casting in Wheel of Time as characters. I thought that Chadwick was an awesome candidate for Arthur Hawkwing, so that's what I did there. I have another one of that I think I've shared with you guys before, of Henry Cavill. I'm actually working on another piece depicting him as well. But these are just these great little square format portraits that I'm working on. It's been really fun so far, and I thought, well, I was gonna. One of my original plans was to kind of do all these dudes with beards. Was kind of the thing I was working with, the whatever you want to call it, theme. But my daughter, my almost 16-year-old daughter, was like, why are you only doing guys? That's totally not cool. And I guess she's probably right. And so I thought, well, let's try to do some of the ladies from some of these shows. And Scarlett Johansson is one of my favorite actors in the I guess Marvel Cinematic Universe. So I thought it would be cool to do a drawing or painting of her. And I kind of was tossing around a few ideas of who I thought she could be cast as. And you guys all responded. So I'm going to be moving forward with kind of like how you all responded. Make sure I got my grid right. Yeah, I'm good. Okay. So I kind of am going with what the response was. The majority of responses were in on my social media. So that's what I'm rolling with, and I think I'm going to leave it a little bit of a mystery for now, and maybe just talk about, the variety of characters that sort of popped up and that I thought she could play. There's a lot, so I mean, there was a number of people that had said potentially. Well, okay, so and originally, because she's such a badass, I guess you want to say, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the Black Widow character that she plays is just so intense and so physically capable. I kind of immediately went to the idea that she would be a spear maiden of the Aiel, which I feel like is not unreasonable. I feel like that's a totally reasonable, I guess, casting for her. And I was kind of originally like Avienda was my first pick. Maybe because I really like Avienda a lot. I really love her character. I love the relationship between her and Rand, even though I feel like I wish they would have had a little bit more time together in the stories. But and I guess probably, you know, if I'm being honest, I maybe Scarlett Johansson's maybe like a bit of a movie actor crush for me. I think she's like just really capable, amazing actor, and also like very pretty, very beautiful. But so I thought she'd be a great Avienda. But then I was like, well, you know what? She's in her mid-30s now, and I'm kind of like doing this as like who could she play right now? Like who could she be cast as now, like for the TV show, if they were to cast her? So, excuse me. Oh gosh. I had lunch right before I started streaming, and I've got these little breadcrumbs. Legitimately choking on a tiny breadcrumb. I'll be okay. How did he die? Forensic evidence shows that he died from a breadcrumb. What? Anyways, so I thought that she would be a great Avienda, but then maybe a little too old, and then I was like, well, okay, maybe she would be a really good other Aiel character, and I was kind of potentially throwing around some of the older, maybe the wise ones, or I don't know, just some of the not shield maidens, the maidens of the spear who hang around with Rand and sort of treat him like a kid. I thought maybe some of them might fit. And then I was like, I gotta ask the community at large what they think, because you guys are all smarter than me when it comes to Wheel of Time stuff. I feel a little bit like a youngin' still in this Wheel of Time community. I don't know if you want to say that. And I defer to the wisdom of the masses in regards to these questions. And so I'll just say, okay, so before I reveal what you all thought would be the best, I'll just kind of throw out some of the suggestions that came across through Twitter. Or not, I guess, well, hang on. Twitter's not the best. The best was probably my, the largest volume of feedback came through my Instagram accounts. I put it on my Corey Lansdale one and my Third Age Art account as a question for everybody through a story. That's what it's called, a story. And I thought, let's see if I can, I'm not sure if I can access this information on, no I can't. That's terrible. I don't think I can. Let me see here. I can't access the questions online on my computer, and I need my phone for what I'm doing here. So that's too bad. I made a list though. Where did I put my list? I made a list so I could shortlist stuff. Okay, so let's see here. So Leandrin was a suggestion, which I thought was pretty good because of her physical appearance being like, described as like beautiful rosebud lips, kind of the right hair color, and I mean, she probably could carry the right attitude for that character as well. So I thought that was a good one. Brigitte Silverbow was another one, which I thought that was cool. I was like, ooh, I thought that was a pretty good one. I was like, yeah, that would be all right. I could get down with that. That would be cool. Oh, hang on, I gotta cancel that. I apologize. My phone was ringing. Hang on. Can I? No, I can't. Okay, I was gonna set it to silent. I'll have to. Hopefully nobody else phones. Also, you might notice I've got my scarf on here today. It's freaking cold in Alberta. Winter came in like a beast, so I'm trying to stay warm. I got my fuzzy slippers on and everything. Anyways, okay, so yeah. Brigitte I thought was really good. Morghese was another suggestion, which I thought was cool because she is fairly like demanding presence and beautiful, a little bit older than the cast that's there now, but probably I think honestly still too young to be Morghese. I don't think her age would work for that. But I did like that one. Berylane was another one, which I thought when I look at Scarlett Johansson, I don't think of Berylane personally. Sorry guys, but that's me. I also liked Pavara. I thought Pavara was an interesting one, and I kind of was playing around with the idea of Henry Cavill. Like, I've got him as an Ashaman, and someone else, I think someone mentioned it. I think it might have been Andrel, the Bard of Time, actually, who mentioned it on social media when I was talking about it before. That he could potentially be a good Andrel, which I agree with. I think he would be, even though like the description of Andrel is like very different than Henry Cavill in the books. He's nothing like that. But I guess I was kind of thinking that like maybe it wouldn't work. I guess I was thinking kind of like romance novel or romance film storyline, I guess, between because I do like their relationship between Pavara and Andrel in the books. There's like a nice connection there between the two of them. It's quite romantic and kind of interesting and intimate. So I thought potentially she could be a good Pavara and he could be a good Andrel, and that would be like a pretty dynamic relationship in the later seasons. So that was something that someone had suggested, and I thought was not a bad idea. And then, so we kind of went through that, but in the end, I decided like, not to go that way. So and then let's see here. Messana was a suggestion. Mogadine. Lanfear. You might all be surprised to know that Matt from the inn, our good innkeeper at the Dusty Wheel, suggested Lanfear. Matt, if you see this or are watching, like I said to you, I'm not surprised. I think pretty much any time there's a mention of a beautiful actress to be cast in Wheel of Time, I think he probably defaults to Lanfear, which, I mean, I think she's pretty enough. I don't know if she has the stature in terms of her physical presence to carry that role personally. Yeah. Anyways, she could definitely act the part. That's for sure. She could certainly act the part. And maybe that's, I mean, I've said from the beginning of doing this process, the biggest thing, most important thing for me is that the actors that are being cast carry the roles well. And I mean, she absolutely. I mean, she can carry like I feel like she could carry any role well. She's a good actor. So there's that. And Lanfear is such an important character in the story, and such an amazing character in general. Oh, I would really want her to be cast very well. So you can see just kind of a little bit about my drawing here while I'm going to take a break from the character stuff here, talking about the characters, and just talk about the drawing a little bit. So this is how I did the sketch for the other two pieces that I worked on. Although I don't think I may not have used a grid for the Henry Cavill piece, now that I think about it. But this gridding here is a practice that I am trying to get more disciplined in using. It takes a little bit of time to set up, but I have my default sort of like approach to drawing is just to dive in and draw. Which, if I'm drawing like whatever, if I'm drawing, you know, a random person, or if the person that I'm drawing is not well known, or their likeness isn't super important, then I am totally fine with just diving into the drawing. But in this case, in the case with all of these, I really want them to look like the actors. Like I want that likeness to be front and center. I want people to look at it right away and be like, oh, that's Scarlett Johansson, or that's Chadwick Boseman, or Henry Cavill, or whatever, Robert Downey Jr. Whoever I'm working on at the time, it's really important to me. And so, the grid is just a means to alleviate some pain in acquiring the likeness of the actor. And so I'm able to look at my reference, which I'm looking at here. It's in front of me. You can't see it, but I'm looking at it. And then my grid is a 1-to-1 representation. So I can start with my like general sort of like this kind of structuring that I'm doing is kind of like what I typically use. It's a mix of stuff that I've learned through Bridgman's, Loomis, Figure Drawing, Design, and Invention by... I feel so bad, I always forget this guy's name. Oh, Michael Hampton. Michael Hampton has a book called Figure Drawing, Design, and Invention. I'm sorry, Michael Hampton, Mr. Hampton. I always forget your name. It's rude of me because I love your book and I love the methods that you describe in there. Anyways, I always borrow from all of those sort of figure drawing disciplines when I'm doing my stuff. And so, this is how I work. The main camera is very pixelated. Crap! I don't know how to fix that. That sucks. Let me see here. My camera is set to 1920 by 1080. Let's see if I switch it to that. If it'll adjust. And I'm going to check my phone cam preset high. This is what I'm talking about. So like I'm trying to work out all the technical challenges, you guys. I apologize. It's not ideal, I know. 1920 by 1080. Let's see. rates is max bandwidth. Done. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, don't know what to say. It is super disappointing for me. I'm trying to get this stuff sorted, but I seem to be having a lot of challenges with it. 360 quality, playback speed normal. Let's see here. Alright, let's see. I wonder if I can change. I might not be able to change this now because I'm already in the stream. Let's see. Preferences. Video. Yeah, I can't change any of these settings right now. 30 frames per second. It's the stream. General. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I hate to do this because it's like always causing, I'm like just not, this isn't going smooth for me. This streaming stuff. I really want it to work out because I really want to share all these processes with you guys, but it's not working very well for me. So I'm going to try this. I'm going to end this stream. So if you're here and you're watching and you want to come back, just give me like a minute, stay on my YouTube page, and I hope you'll be able to just see the live stream that's going to pop up. So I'm going to close this. I'm going to go and I'm going to see if I can adjust a few settings. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to restart a new stream. And just see if I can get it to be better. I hate this. I don't like the struggle. The struggle is real. I kind of wonder sometimes if it's because I live out in the country and I've got country internet, which is wishy-washy at best. So I'm wondering if it's just a byproduct of my internet connection, in which case I will never be able to solve this, which sucks. But we'll see. Okay, I'm going to end this. Give me 5 minutes and I'll be back. Thanks for letting me know that it looks like junk.